Hey, it's your boy Kenny Braswell with 5 Flow, 5 minutes of motivation and not much more. Fresh off of my 30-day media fast, it seems like I have not spoken to you guys in ages, and I have so much on my mind that I want to release to you. So today, let's get right into this 5 Flow. You know, anger is a dangerous emotion. Unchecked and unresolved, it can cause irreparable damage. Anger can recall traumatic experiences, past hurts, current wrongs, and even future fears. Someone did something to me recently that was extremely hurtful and caused me to be equally angry. And as much as I wanted to go off or go left, I knew I had to do right. And so for this 5 Flow, I want to share with you 5 things that I had to be mindful of in dealing with that anger. Number 1, I had to express it. When you're angry and when someone upsets you or someone hurts you, you have to find a way to express that. And so expressing that is in the process of healing. And so my wife always says to me that you can say anything to anybody. However, the impact of what you say is in how you say it. And so whether or not you're in a personal relationship or in a business relationship, there is a way to express your anger. Holding your anger could be just as detrimental to yourself as it could be in the way that you release it on someone else. For your health, it's not even good. People who withhold and hold on to anger have high levels of stress, they're depressed, and have all kinds of other physical and mental ailments as a result of not relieving unresolved anger. And so number 1 is you have to express that anger. Number 2, I had to recognize where the anger was coming from, right? One of the things that we know about anger is a secondary emotion. Whenever you're angry about something, the first question you have to ask yourself is, why am I angry? Your solution and your answer is in that question. And so if you're angry about something, you have to ask yourself, why am I angry? Why is this making me angry? Why is this person making me angry? And once you're able to answer that question, you can find a solution and you can deal with whatever that trigger is so that that thing or that person no longer has the ability to make you angry again. Because anger in and of itself is not a bad thing. It's just the expression of anger that is bad, because we use anger for all kinds of things to motivate us to do very good things in this world. And so it is the first thing that makes you angry that you have to deal with. Number 3, I had to sit in it. It's okay to take a step back and sit in your anger for a minute, sit in your feelings, right? Because you have to kind of resonate in that so that you understand why you're hurt, what it feels like, how you're going to express it. You need to take those few minutes before you act and do something that can cause you trouble or that can cause someone else trouble, you know, and you do that in the moments that you sit in your feelings. Sometimes you have to take a moment, and that's when you take those deep breaths, and that's when you begin to think about the magnitude of what someone did to you or what something did to you. Because oftentimes that thing is not even big enough compared to the action that you take as a result of being angry. And so you have to sit in your anger sometimes. I'm not saying sit in it all the time, and don't sit in it so much that you become that angry kind of person, right? All I'm saying is that sometimes when you're hurt and you're angry, you got to sit in it for a little bit and just evaluate what it is and how you're going to move forward beyond that. Number 4, I had to release it. It's important to release your anger and release the things that people hurt you by, because there's nothing more crazy, right, than continuing to play it over and over and over in your head. It's a mental battle that you have that only can give you a mental solution. In order to get a real solution from what has hurt you, you have to do something about it. And so you have to release it, right? You have to release the anger so that you can get to the substance of what is making you angry in the first place. And so you have to stop replaying it. You have to stop bringing it up. If you're in a relationship and you've been hurt in the past, you got to stop bringing that to your relationship, and you got to stop judging your current relationship based on your past experiences, right? And so with anger, you got to learn how to release it. And number 5, I have to forgive it. And the reason I say I have to forgive it and not I had to forgive it is because God's still working on me, right? And not only that, Forgiveness is not easy, right? And oftentimes it doesn't come fast. But I know how important forgiveness is because I've done it before. I'm somebody who grew up with an absent father. I am somebody who in the beginning stages of my life was also an absent dad to my first child. So I understand what forgiveness looks like, and I know how powerful forgiveness can be. And so understanding that it's necessary, you can at least at that point start on the path and begin to create and move through the process of being able to forgive, because you don't want to forget. Because I think that in not forgetting and in memories, that there's clues and there's indicators of not allowing that to happen again, or at least being able to see it before it comes again. And so those are my 5 mindful things when you're angry. Just to recap: number 1, you gotta express it. Number 2, you gotta recognize it. Number 3, you gotta sit in it for a minute. Number 4, you gotta release it. And number 5, you gotta forgive it. This is your boy Kenny Braswell with 5 Flow. Make sure you check us out on our sister stations, blaze1radio.com, Fly TV on Fatherhood Today, and you can also check out all my videos on my YouTube channel. And you know, as I always like to leave you, always be kind to others as you're kind to yourself, because you might find yourself by yourself. Always shoot high for your goals, because even if you miss, you'll be amongst the stars. I'm your boy Kenny Braswell, and I see you next Monday. Peace.